It was a cold night in 1974. The dormitory was quiet, the students fast asleep, lost in their dreams. Linda Healy, a bright and ambitious young woman, had just finished reviewing her notes for an upcoming exam. She turned off the light, crawled into bed and drifted off, unaware that outside, hidden in the shadows, a predator was watching. A man who didn't look like a monster. In fact, he looked the opposite. With his charming smile, deep blue eyes, and clean-cut appearance, he could have been mistaken for a law student, a politician, or even the boy next door. But behind that friendly facade lurked a darkness so sinister that it would haunt America for decades. His name was Ted Bundy, and he was about to begin a reign of terror unlike anything the country had ever seen. Bundy didn't fit the image of a typical serial killer. He wasn't the deranged, wild-eyed figure people expected. He was intelligent, articulate, and charismatic. That's what made him so dangerous. He didn't need to lurk in alleyways or wear a mask. Instead, he walked among his victims in broad daylight, blending into society like a perfect illusion. That night, as Linda slept, Bundy approached her dormitory. He had been here before. He knew the layout, the routines, the weaknesses. He knew that the front door was rarely locked. He knew which rooms housed young women who lived alone, and most importantly, he knew exactly what he was going to do. Silently, he slipped inside. What happened next would remain a mystery for years. What we do know is that by morning, Linda Healy was gone. Her bed was made, as if she had never been there. The only sign that something was wrong was a small bloodstain on her pillow and a missing nightgown. It was as if she had vanished into thin air. But she wasn't the only one. Over the next few months, women across Washington and Oregon began to disappear. Young, attractive, college-aged women, just like Linda. Their common trait? Long, dark hair parted down the middle. They vanished without a trace, leaving behind families drowning in grief and police departments scrambling for answers. Authorities were baffled. There were no forced entries, no clear suspects, no solid leads. The only thing they had were whispers. Stories of a handsome man driving a Volkswagen Beetle, a man who introduced himself with a single friendly name, Ted. Ted Bundy had perfected the art of deception. He would approach women in broad daylight, sometimes wearing a fake cast or walking with crutches, pretending to need help. He played on their kindness, their empathy, and once they were close enough, he struck. One of the first confirmed witnesses was a woman named Janice Ott. On a sunny afternoon at Lake Sammamish, she was approached by a man with his arm in